Hi Krishna, my name is Umesh. I've been a devotee since 1978. Fortunate to meet the devotees of ISKCON through the 10 campaign. It was good memories, and I think that's how I became Krishna conscious through serving in the 10 campaign. Later, we had a Namahata at New 7 at my house, which was, I think that gave me the footing in Krishna conscious. Very fortunate again, and I think that built my Krishna conscious sort of path. And then with regards to the temple, I think that was in 78, and then by 1980 we started with the temple construction. And now that I'm involved in engineering, it was like quite a unique experience in the sense that the temple was built like almost within the devotees of ISKCON, like our owner builder style. And with the unique design that the devotees are putting together, I think it was important that nobody could do what the architect wanted. So the only way was to do it ourselves, meaning within the ISKCON. And building of the temple was mainly done by mostly devotees from overseas because they had the spiritual vision, and they knew what they wanted. In a very specific and every detail, even Maharaj was talking about the tiles that were sponsored today. Rajaram will draw drawings of every little piece of tile, how it had to be fitted. And even if it wasn't fitted properly, they had to take it out and redo it. I remember Balaram and I, we came to help one Sunday, and we were painting the doors at Govinda's. We are youngsters, and we are like slapdash. We just put the paint, and you just see. Rajaran came by this time in the afternoon. He said, "Take it off. That's not good enough." We painted the same doors like 3 times just to make sure it was perfect. That was a mood. The devotees that were working on the construction side, they had a very hard life. We would come here on the weekends to work. There was no prasad like how much, like in terms of sumptuous prasad that we get now. We would work the whole day, just like maybe on an apple or a banana if you were lucky. And that was the mood of these devotees. They would work 14 to 16 hours. We also had great leadership during the construction. We had Tulsi Das, who was the temple president and caterer, and we had Rajaram, who was the designer, who was the architect. I think they pushed, and together we had a guru at the time. His name was Bhagavan, and he was extremely powerful. How he pushed us in order to attain this perfection of the temple. Every little brick and tile. Bhagavan will come every couple of months and he'll give us new targets. And the devotees were so serious about it, they would take it to heart and soul. They would work day and night. Every Saturday and Sunday, it was a working day. There was no weekend break or anything for these devotees. Together with the devotees during the construction, there were lots of challenges. There were lots of people that were envious. So the devotees that were staying here, there was 2 green buses, like old Patco type buses. They would sleep in that. No hot water, no cold water, no proper facade, no sleeping facilities. They would come and actually fight with them, hit them. One devotee, Vidya, from here to the post office, they tied him to the back of a bakki and they dragged him with that just to frighten these devotees to go away. So apart from the internal challenges, there was also political challenges. These devotees were working, there were no visas. There was always a challenge with the visas. And that's where Mr. Rajvansi and a lot of the team was very powerful in helping us and making sure that these devotees were safe. But there was also challenges from the government, meaning they will come and want to deport our key devotees that were involved in the construction. But what I must say to the devotees, we owe it all to Srila Prabhupada, his vision. We were all comfortable at Caterage with a nice farm, cows, deities, and he had this vision of building this great temple in Chatsworth. He could see what we achieved today. He had 2 visions. One was this, and the second was the Rath Yatra. And you could see by his purity and his guidance that both are extremely successful. What he could see, I'm still amazed how he could give us this guidance. He wasn't no ordinary man. For me, I was thinking about what transpired in the last 45 years in ISKCON, South Africa. He had this vision of taking ISKCON to a complete different level. When you look at all the devotees in the temple and all our programs now, it's amazing how he could foresee what he could see. We were in Caterage at the time, and I remember when he said we have to move, it's like, why? We are comfortable. You know what I mean? Go there, nice program, nice prasad, why? And the devotees really worked extremely hard. Few devotees, but really, they gave up. These devotees from overseas left their families, and they came down for years, they would work here. And if you look at the construction, it's not an easy construction. No builder can build this. It's not like building a house or a flat. And that was amazing that the devotees themselves took it upon themselves to make sure it was built. And it's perfect. I was fortunate later on to serve on the management committee. I think I have to say that managing the temple for 40 years, to the devotees that done it over the years, well done. It's a nightmare to manage in terms of logistics, in terms of finances, making sure the lights are on, the grass is cut, everything is trim and proper, every artery is done on time. It's really a challenge. So for me, to all the devotees that served over the years, thank you so much, and all the devotees that inspired this movement for the last 40 years, thank you so much. Yeah. I think my message to the youth, service is always challenging. Whatever service you do, there's always some challenge. So I always say to the devotees that serve with me, service is not cheap. We have to be tested before we can attain that service. And when we get service, we need to hold on to it because we can be serving and overnight it can also be taken away from us. So yeah, like I had a personal issue. I was serving well, and then about 3 years ago, I had a health issue, and then for 2 years, I was out of. You couldn't do anything. So yeah, apart from being Krishna conscious, we will also be healthy, and treasure our service and make sure that we are serving with a good consciousness at all times. Hare Krishna.